Says we're live. Okay.
Oh, hey y'all.
Yes, he's the King of Kings. He's the reason that I sing. Yes, he's the bread of life. Gives me strength to win the fight. Yes, he's my everything. Through him I can do all things. Yes, he's God alone, seated on his holy throne. Yes, he's the Prince of Peace, setting all the captives free. Yes, he's forgiven me. Now I've got the victory. Yes, he's three in one, Father, Spirit, and the Son. Yes, he gave his life, his own Son, Jesus Christ.
In the beginning,
He was God's only Son.
all things created
Through him it was.
in heaven above. God sent his Son, Jesus, because the world he loved.
Jesus Christ
He
gave up his right.
He embodied this life to bring the world his light. Whoa, eternal light.
No doubt
No darkness can put
it out.
eternal life, no doubt. It makes me wanna shout, yes.
Yes, he's the King of Kings. He's the reason that I sing.
Yes,
Yes, he's the bread of life. Gives me strength to win the fight.
Yes,
Yes, he's my everything. Through him I can do all things. Yes, he's
Yes,
God alone,
he-
seated on his holy
Yes,
throne.
he-
Yes, he's the Prince of Peace, setting all the captives free.
Yes, he-
Yes, he's forgiven me. Now I've got the victory. Yes, he's three in one, Father, Spirit, and the Son.
Yes,
Yes, he
he-
gave his life, his own Son, Jesus Christ. Yes, 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 yes. He gave me breath. I don't even gotta worry about the rest, because I passed the test when he dressed me in his righteousness. Yes, 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 yes. His birth a free gift. No way did I deserve it. So I'm saying yes. This precious race I can't resist. Yes, he's the King of Kings.
The King.
He's the reason that I sing.
Yes, he-
Yes, he's the bread of life. Gives me strength to win the fight. Yes, he's my everything. Through him I can do all things. Yes, he's God alone, seated on his holy throne. Yes, he's the Prince of Peace, setting all the captives free. Yes, he's forgiven me. Now I've got the victory. Yes, he's three in one, Father, Spirit, and the Son. Yes, he gave his life, his own Son.
Everybody say yes, he,
Yes, he,
the King of Kings,
the King of Kings,
Prince of Peace, Prince of Peace,
Prince of Peace,
sets the captives free.
sets the captives free.
Say yes, he's
Yes, he,
God alone,
God alone,
seated high,
seated high
on his throne.
on his throne.
Okay. Okay.
Not bad at all, huh?
Yeah. Tell me, what's her name? Tell me her name one more time. Emily.
So that was Ray, Walter Ray. That was his song. But yeah, that was Emily Emily Ballhouse. That was
Okay, yeah. We've seen sis before. I remember that voice.
Mm-hmm.
And that red hair, honey.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's it. So he has a Christmas album that he's done, an urban experience, urban Christmas experience. And so we did a listening party on
I
Thanksgiving.
seen the flyer.
Yeah, it was yeah, that's one of the songs. So, yep. So y'all check it out.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay.
So what's up? Go ahead. You got it.
Oh, that's right. It is. See, that threw me off. That wasn't my. I did. I wasn't even. I was sitting there looking at you like. So anyway, what's going on, family? That was right. Welcome to the Scoop. Hey, sis. Welcome to the Scoop. It is 8:07, and we are saying what's up a little tardy for the party, simply because we played a new song from Mr. Walter Ray. As Wynn was just filling us in. I dig it. So as you know, we like to show love to our local artists as they on the up and coming. So I appreciate you for sharing that with us. Go ahead and check that out, family. If you are new around here, I want to go ahead and say what's up and welcome again. I ask that you please go ahead and tell us where you are from in the comment section on this here live. If you would, please go ahead and also like the page that is entitled The Scoop. It's got a nice little pic of the three of us, the tree of us sitting there at you. We also want you to please go ahead and be sure to share this live with your fam and friends so that they know where you'll be for the next little bit, because we got a couple good topics for you this evening. So we want to make sure y'all steadfast get locked in. So get you something to drink, get comfortable, tag your crew in, and let them know it's time for the scoop. Wynn, how you doing, bro? I see sister still getting situated, so I'm gonna give her a few seconds to get settled in.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad it's Tuesday. I'm glad to get into these topics because y'all, I'm fired up. I'm not gonna even front. These topics might have me like all day. I've been sitting there like, what is wrong? What did I miss something? Did something happen? And I like, so anyway, yeah, let's go. So again, like you said, hit the share button, start a watch party.
All of that.
It's going down. Kels, how you doing?
I am here. I'm making it. Y'all know I'm running. So y'all probably see some smoke behind my head right now, but glad to be here and relax and enjoy with my peeps.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Q, how you doing?
Yes. We've been away for a minute. It's good. We missed y'all. Hope everybody had a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You good, Q? Uh-oh. Where you go?
Who? Me?
You. Yeah. Yeah, you froze
I'm
on
here.
us for a second. Okay.
Oh.
Okay. What's going on, Austin Nichols? What's up, my brother? All right, y'all. So you ready to kick this off for us?
What's going on, Austin?
You see, I'm sitting here like.
I know. Look, I got.
Actually, I think I got it. I'm up first. Never mind. So
Okay.
we have tonight with us. We have Tanisha Fisher, who is on the team for the Bold Movers Conference. So we've had Michelle Akins on here several times, talking about just various topics from empowerment to women to women's things. And so she's having her Bold Move event, a virtual conference coming up here on from the 3rd to the 5th. So Tanisha Fisher is on the leadership team there, and she's going to tell us a little bit about it. So, So Tanisha Fisher, welcome to the scoop. Like, I see you. Wait, hold on. Okay, you're here, but I don't see you.
Hey guys, you
I
can't
don't
see
know.
me. Why is that?
Where your face at?
I'm here.
Let's try this. Q also
Hear you.
Q say what you drinking.
Mhm. a good old sweet tea.
Sweet tea.
Okay.
Yep.
This is sweet tea. This is tea as well.
You
Oh,
This
I drink it tea.
this is
Mhm.
healthy tea. I forgot what it's
No,
called.
just Reggie OT. Yeah, yeah.
Y'all get it with y'all tea. Y'all got the tea tonight.
Mhm. Yep.
I still don't see you. Tanisha, you there? Now we don't even hear you.
Mm.
All right, if you want to do me a favor, come out and go back one more time for us, please. I don't know what's going on there.
I'm not drinking tea, Austin. I don't even like tea.
She said you got bourbon.
Cheers.
What you got, Kid? What is that? Don't we ain't endorsing nobody until they pay us.
Right. It's that liquid gold.
I should have put my tea in the cup while we talking. I'm gonna have to turn it to something plain.
Look,
They
you see what I did.
you know.
I ain't gonna this got the churches. I can even give y'all the church's name that's on this cup.
See?
Right. We not endorsing nobody for free.
Mhm.
Been there, done that. I don't know what she will. Try this again. Okay.
Y'all want to do an ad? Or
Hold on. Here she
something?
is. Here we go.
There
Okay. There we
There we go. Hey,
All
girl.
right.
Maybe it was the drink that I did not have.
Right.
Probably. Next time we gotta get you something.
Right.
I have my cup. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing?
Doing well.
Good. Good to have
Good.
you.
Thank you for having us on. Just wanted to briefly talk about the Bold Move event that's hosted by Michelle Akins. It's really designated to geared towards everyone of faith, you know, and what's currently going on in life, business, ministry. It really touches on everything. So we want to try to embrace and help as many people as we can, especially during COVID. Normally, we have a in-house event. Last year we had one at the Holiday Inn, which was fabulous. So this year we still wanted to assist people and try to still give them some type of faith, even though we couldn't reach them live and be able to touch them through ministry face to face. We still wanted to reach out to them virtually. So we have practical sessions in the evening, and in the morning we have biblical and inspiration. We have Linda Jernigan, Kim Bacon. We have Apostle Kelvin Esther. So we have a huge lineup for everyone who wants to sign up and be a part of the Bold Move event. And our theme for this year is unafraid, Philippians 4, 6, and 7. So we want to be unafraid to move in this time, especially during COVID. We have so many people that, you know, can't hear from the voice of God because they feel they're not in church right now. So we even have a session on Friday and Saturday for prophetic and intercession. So we just want everybody to come out, register, and come enjoy the time in the Lord and embrace everything that we have to offer. We have great sponsors. We have I Empower that's going to empower you through writing. We have Lisa Roberson that's does massages holistically. She even specializes in oncology therapy. So we just want everybody to know that there's something for everybody. We even have a therapist coming on, Brian Apollo, talking about children mental health, which is very important right now. We have so many of our children at home doing online learning, and we have their parents that are doing online learning with them. So I think we've all experienced something that has touched everybody's life through this COVID experience in some shape or form, whether it be through a family, through a friend. So even if you don't want to come to the Bold Move event yourself, you may know somebody that may need this information. And it's crucial. I'll tell you guys an experience from last year. My aunt was so scared to get on the expressway to come to this Bold Move event in Rosemont. And she pressed her way and she had a real great breakthrough. The experience was awesome for her. And it forever changed her life. So with Sepia Prime Communications, we're in the changing lives and turning on lights for people. Michelle Akins does a great job of that. And we just want everybody to come out and see what we have to offer.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And where can people go and
I love that. Changing lives and turning on lights.
Yeah, that's dope.
Turn the light on. So
love
people can
that.
go register at Sepia Prime Communications. That's with an S, sepiaprimecommunications.com. And I'm sure there'll be a link somewhere in the chat box as well, where you guys can just click on the link, or you can go to Michelle Akins' homepage on Facebook and also click the link there. So we have so many different ways for you to register. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us through the sepiaprimecommunications.com and we'll be able to answer your question. One more thing, you can also register for just one day. You know, this is a Thursday through Saturday event. So you can just pick one day. If you can't do all 3 days, you can just pick one day. If there's one specific speaker that, you know, you want to listen to, you can do that as well.
Okay. That's what's up. Now, I've last year was the first year I have not been, and I can say this is a very
Yes, we missed you.
Well, last year wasn't it for all women? It was like all women last year. I couldn't be out there last year, so actually last year was the first time to teach me. Where'd she go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't do it. I didn't do that one.
Yeah. We having weird time.
Yeah. But yes, y'all, make sure you go and register for this conference. Again, every year this conference has gotten better and better. And so I know Michelle is going to do a good job this year. Linda Jernigan. So she's one of my favorites. So y'all definitely you want to come and check her out. And Brian is good too. I've heard him. All right, I guess she's done. We're gonna come back.
I think she got her meat and potatoes out to the people.
Right.
Let's keep it moving. Come on.
Okay. Let's go on and get on into these hot topics. Tonight, Hot Topics is brought to you. You know, it's usually brought to you by Kirby Kitten, but I did want to give Bob Shamrock a chance to sponsor Hot Topics tonight. If you don't know, me and a group of other people have opened, well, it was already open, but we have bought into a gas station. It is called Bob Shamrock. If you're in the Oklahoma City area, 2901 Northwest 10th, Oklahoma City 73107. That is 10th and May, across from the fairground. So if you are in Oklahoma City, the Black-owned gas station, it is a branded gas station, so it is Shamrock Gas, Shamrock Valero. So come through and see us. Gas, food, and great service.
Therapy, child. Ooh, I just got it when COVID is over. Shanana, yes.
Y'all, I'm just saying. If you're interested in the gas station, follow the scoop. Follow us. We want to start a trend of Black gas station owners in Oklahoma. So
hold on.
Stay tuned.
Hold on for a second.
So
hold on one second, Kels.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. We thought you were done.
Oh, there she go.
I think it's the drink on you guys' side.
Be live be getting drunk too, though.
Yeah.
Be live.
All cups down.
Right.
All right. Did you have any other things you wanted to add, Tanisha?
No, I think I said everything. I just wanted to make sure that I let you guys know that you can register individually for, those individual days. If you don't have the option to do all 3 days, you can do individual days as well. I hope to see you guys soon, and thank you for having us on. I really appreciate it. I'm sure Michelle appreciates you guys as well.
Definitely, no problem. Yeah, y'all go register ASAPly, and you're gonna get a lot of good stuff. So appreciate you, Tanisha.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You all have a good evening.
Thank you.
All right, you
Put
too.
the cup down.
Bye. Good night.
Goodbye.
All right, Kels.
Yeah, my cup will not be put down, but thank you. So the hot topics are definitely hot tonight. This first one though, Wayne wanted to light it up. So now a story of a woman who was caught in bed with another man by her husband. This is tiny. So it says, my husband found me in bed with another man in our bedroom. I expected him to shoot both of us right there, but he didn't. He nicely asked my side guy to get dressed and leave. I was shaken to the toe at the moment. He told me to go take a shower. I tried to apologize, but he told me he didn't want to talk about it because there was nothing he can do to reverse what happened. That was the last time we spoke about it. Ever since that day, he's been nice to me. He buys me flowers and takes me out at least twice a week. Just last week, he took me shopping and spent $4,400. He's busy organizing a vacation for us overseas before Christmas. My husband is doing everything I want from my man. Here's my problem. What he saw last month is eating me every day, especially since he doesn't want to talk about it. I'm even losing weight. I expected him to chase me away, punish me, or call a family meeting to report me. He's doing the opposite. I feel like he's planning to do something bad to me. Sometimes I open my eyes at night and find him looking at me. But I had to admire my beauty and thanking God for blessing him with the flame of a woman. I'm thinking he's planning to do something to me when we are overseas. Am I being paranoid? Should I be worried? Oh my God. So much. You know what? And I'm going to start with Winfred here. I'm going to start with Win, since you are a man. What is your take on this? And her questions at the end, do you think that something, he could be planning something?
Yeah. Oh, bro is yeah. Run. Don't go.
Bro had that plan. He had that.
Listen, he don't watch all of the Lifetime movies. He knows. He said, sis, he is setting you up
For the boom boom trap.
He is about you about to come up missing.
I mean, outside point. I'm gonna go to Q.
Oh, this is amazing. Dude is a freaking genius.
Right. Oh, no, don't worry about it. No.
Got her.
When she said he was talking about thanking God that he gave me, I'm like,
you damn fool. And the fact that you allowed
that was
I ain't taking now nap around this man. Not never again.
The first time, look, I would have went to sleep that night, but the first time I woke up and caught him looking at me, that would have been a no. I'd have been like,
Okay, but for real though, like he has done a masterful job at getting in her head.
Yeah.
Like he's got to have some homegirls, a sister somewhere, one of them super sadistic, maniacal women. You know what I mean? We all know, even if you don't have one of these women close to you, okay, you know a woman that would help a man devise a plan this smooth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for the fact that she was so messy and allowed that man in her home for him to be able to walk in on it because
in the bedroom.
He's got crazy in him for the fact that she assumed that he was going to lose it when he walked in and saw it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking this was trying to get caught. This seems like she was trying to get caught because she expected something he did not deliver. And I have a feeling he already knew what was up. Like, you know what I mean? Just like I'm reading into it, and I haven't done that in a while, but I'm reading into this one because this is just too rich. I could not help it. It was too entertaining to me. I'm like, this sounds like he done plotted. She thought she was plotting, and homeboy had the upper hand, like, he's willing to play the long game, but there ain't no damn way you catch me anywhere near that airport whenever that boarding pass was scheduled to go on.
Right.
Nowhere near that damn. No.
He probably got some old crazy excursion. We're gonna go swimming with the sharks. It's gonna be a free accident. I'm good.
You and your mama going swimming with the sharks. I ain't going nowhere near them damn sharks. You taking your mama with the shark. I ain't doing it.
And you know, the mind thing, though, is what gets me because I automatically thought about the telltale heart. Whenever I think about situations like these where, you know, it's that guilt knocking, I always think about that story. That story intrigued me as a little kid because I'm like, dang, you know, you tell on yourself or you make your own self paranoid because of your guilt. But the fact that he didn't have any reaction, like even if he would have had a reaction that first night and then say, you know what, I forgave you, that would put me at ease a little bit. But yeah, the whole nice thing, and I'm grateful that God sent you to me and all that.
What was the gift saying on the post? You in danger, girl. Like, get on.
She don't even know.
Damn alarm.
Listen, I'm telling. Now, so let me play the devil's advocate to get my own self. Now, let's just say he could really be like the other thing I thought it was he could have been cheating himself, saw this, and then thought, man, I've been out here doing my thing. I need to, you know, like he could do. Now, that's the other thing I thought. But then I thought, no, as a man, we still, I'm just going, as me as a man.
How many violations?
As a man, it is, for me, it is completely different when I cheat, which I don't, than if a woman cheat, which, you know, she doesn't either. Yeah, so that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's totally, like when men cheat, we can excuse it. But when y'all cheat, the world is falling apart.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that. That's what makes it even more.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just, again, I'm Austin, I agree with you. I probably wouldn't have tripped in dude's face. I probably would have been like, hey, homie, you can go.
In your bed?
I'd be like, homie, you could go. And you can go too. I'd probably just put them both out.
In your bed?
I'd have put them both out of my house.
In your bed?
You wouldn't have at least mushed his face or something, shoved him into the door or something. He in your bed. Like, he know a man lives here. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, I wouldn't.
Because, like, I think in this situation, I would try and be like, okay, but you gonna be, I'd have taken
it back to his head.
I'm taking advantage of all my.
I would have taken it back to his head. Okay.
What do they call it? The lovers insanity. I'm taking advantage of all of that.
Even temporary insanity.
Because the lovers, I've taken advantage of all of that. That if I ain't got nothing to spray in there, I'm going to give me some hot grease, and the sheets gonna be stuck to them. Ain't nobody cheating no more. Like I couldn't imagine.
Because you know when it's in someone's house, like you know that person is there. You know what I mean? Like that's not no. Oh, I didn't know you. Like you can't get out of that. You know what I mean?
Not in the living room, not on the couch, in my bed.
In my bed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, y'all just want to kill somebody. But me in your bed, like to me, that's just the ultimate disrespect. Like your mind, I can't even see how anybody can calm themselves after something like that. Like to me, you have to have snapped to be calm in that moment.
And he probably did. In his mind, he snapped. Trust me.
Yeah, he snapped into the action in that plan, and like he snapped right on into action.
Like he had that in his back pocket. He probably somebody had to be at an insurance policy owner. If he had an insurance policy owner, that's confirmation.
She gonna mess around and hurt herself on the trip trying to avoid it. Haven't you seen them doing so much that they mess around and hurt themselves? She gonna mess around and hurt herself, fooling around trying not to get hurt. He just gonna sit back and watch. I bet you sitting back.
That's what he wants to.
Right.
You right? You good?
What's going on? Calm down. You calm down.
I book her a massage and everything. Baby, you seem tense. I booked you a massage, you know. throw extras in there. Just see. Homie's a Capricorn. That's a Capricorn man right there. He got that long game. That's
yeah, that's something else. But I think most people assume that it's probably safe to say not to go on that trip, sis. Let's not go.
No.
Um,
You just cannot get PTO that day. Like it's just you just cannot get.
let's not do it. Let's not chance it. But this next topic actually to me pairs pretty well with what we're just talking about when we're talking about men and women's reactions to something terrible like that. But this one says women ask for honesty and can't handle it. So it says, women ask for honesty and can't handle it because I'm getting cursed out on all platforms right now because I blocked her. What's this mean? I feel like it was very respectful. It says, so the lady says, can we cuddle tonight? And the man says, I ain't even gonna lie to you, lead you on or ignore you. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm gonna be as blunt as possible. I'm really not attracted to you in that way, and I'm not looking to have sex with just anybody. Just being straight up with you because this is the second time you asked, and I kind of curved you, and I want you to feel bad or unwanted. I'm looking for a certain vibe, and you weren't it. Somebody else might love you, though, and I'm sure they do, but don't waste your time on little old me because it won't go anywhere. I'm always open to be friends, though. So, this one, I'll go first. I'm okay with all of it except the end. I don't want to be a friend.
What part? You about the friend zone?
Yeah, I don't want to be a
He
friend.
didn't either. That's why he ended up blocking her.
Right. I don't want to be
Why
a
you
friend.
say that?
Right. It was honest. I don't think it was that bad. I really don't think it was bad. I don't think it was harsh at all. What do you think? Well, both of y'all saying no. What are your thoughts on it?
I thought he did fine.
Yeah.
I thought he did, but I think he did exactly what people should do.
And what we say we want to do and what we want people to do. Don't string me along. Don't have me out here doing girlfriend stuff and you don't want it. You know what I mean? Don't lie to me. And he was as honest. He didn't talk bad about her. He didn't down her or anything. He just said, listen, I know what it is. This is me. This isn't what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? And I realized that the last time I curved you, and that ain't even the energy I'm trying to put out. That's what I read from that. You know what I mean? Because here you are again with the can we cuddle? You just thought it was an inconvenience. No, this ain't gonna happen, sis. You know what I mean? So you said, let me just break it down for you. And I appreciate that. I have to agree with Kels. The whole be friends thing would have been fine had he not blocked her. So I wonder, is there more to this conversation that we didn't see? Because she did hi. So something was able to happen. I wonder if she replied, boy, you know, it wasn't even out like that. You know, because maybe she went left because we don't like that. And so she, that could be why she got blocked, because he could have been trying to do the whole olive branch thing and she took it too far because she didn't know how to receive that kind of honesty. But I say no foul. I actually say swish. This one was good for me. I'm all for this. This was good.
What do you think, Gwen?
That's what she's serious. That's what you're supposed to do. Like he didn't call out a name. He didn't degrade her. He was, like he kind of, swerved her the first time to try to give her the hint, to be nice about. He tried the soft landing. Now it was time to say, "Hey, look, I'm not interested like that. I just want to be friends."
And another reason I think he would have to be that clear, because women, we have to be real with ourselves. We know we will take, if he would have been like, not tonight or something like that, we would take those two words and have two whole scenarios going on. You know what I mean? And our homegirls are coming there, girl, yeah, he's scared. You know what I mean? Just, you have to be blunt like that for us. And I'm going to say us loosely. Because, it just, we read into a lot of things. And you have to be blunt and straight up for a lot of us to understand. So yeah, I don't see anything.
Austin, I think if he would have said no thanks or not interested, people would have said he was cold and I was rude, and you just, because if she's talking about cuddling, there's been some type of conversation, there's been some type of, even what he's seeing as friendship, she's perceiving as intimacy. to the fact that she's asking, can we cuddle? She didn't say, hey, you want to come chill? Hey, I'm cooking dinner, you want to come eat? Can we cuddle? You know what I'm saying? So no thanks, not interested. Then it would have been like, like, you know what I mean? That's all you got to say. So
Right.
I think giving that explanation gave her a little more. She later on, I think she'll learn to appreciate it. I hope she does, because that's what you want. You want somebody to just be like, no, like, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't gonna work for me, and move on.
Yeah, and I'm the queen of let's be nice about things. So I think it was okay. I don't think it was harsh. So I think it was all right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Y'all have anything to add?
Austin said he's cold then. I think he says he's not interested all the time.
I mean, not interested is fine too, but I don't know. I guess it took me a while to, I ain't gonna say a while. I guess I just became one of those people that was like, you know, I'd rather want to know than to be wondering, because I know my mind wonders. And if you're not precise, you have all kind of scenarios. So
yeah. The older I've gotten, the more I want you to just say what you said.
Yeah, just say what you mean and mean what you say. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is said some friends be trying to cut out. That is true. That is true, Sis Lee. We do have those friends out there.
I am not cuddling with no male friends. That I will not be cuddling.
What?
Why you like what? Why you with me? I would have
friends trying to cuddle. What they do that? Like friends of benefit?
Right, they don't. Friends is trying not to be friends. Them the ones that's doing that.
I need to know what kind of friends are trying to cuddle. I'm not. No.
Now you know what some friends with benefits out there.
Now friends with benefits, yes, but
whatever. I know, sir. That is not me. You better ask somebody. I'd have blocked him. I'd have blocked.
You better leave Kel alone. She been drinking now.
Right. I would have blocked dude before if he took too long to answer. So yeah.
Yeah, Kel's got a quick trigger finger, so I'm
the blocker in all interactions.
I be like Kels, relax, Kels be like, oh, they didn't respond fast enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't even got all that response he got. I would have said, "You want to cuddle?" I'd have seen some dots. I'd have been like, "Oh, that message is too long." I'm good.
Kels, I don't need that negative. I don't need
that's a yes or no. That's a yes or no.
In my life.
I mean,
listen. Three. Yes, cuddles are the gateways to car seats.
Brother. Yeah, exactly. Ain't nobody trying to cuddle. Friends?
We know what cuddling means.
Cuddling, rubbing. Because when we cuddle, my hand is gonna somehow end up on your booty. And
right. Don't know.
Next thing you know,
magic
car seat.
I ain't doing it. I ain't even coming to see my conversation wouldn't even been like that time I want to cuddle. I don't even like to cuddle.
Cuddling is friends. I'm disgusted.
It's too hot to cuddle. I show cuddling. It's a try to pull it if you let them ladies too. It's cuffing season. Yeah,
no, that's not friends. That's they trying. We do that. We ain't trying to be your friend when that happens. We trying to be your friend with benefits. That's different.
Yeah.
If you listen, I'm gonna say this.
Thursday. He said, "I'm gonna say, can I come Thursday?"
You put your chest.
Put it on the book.
No.
And that's the way you need to do it. So you can be like, let me. Yeah, that's the yes or no answer right there. Cuddling leaves a lot to interpretation. I ain't.
Yeah. I need to know how broad. How broad is this term? What do you mean it's a broad term?
But you know what? I had
Boy, we don't move on from this cuddle.
It means cuddling means you
No,
want to lay
right.
on, you want to lay your
had-
soft thigh
I've
on my
had-
hard leg.
no,
That
I've
is
had,
going to lead to trouble.
but I've had men say that. I guess they think that's cute or something. I've had men say that. I'm like, we grown. Who cuddling? Don't come here talking about cuddling. That's a surefire no for me. Because I know you ain't talking
I'm
about.
okay if we actually trying to be
Yeah. Ain't nobody, you ain't coming across town to cuddle.
big.
You are not coming across town to cuddle. That's all I know.
I'm friends with the cover term. That's probably true. Because I'm not doing that with my friend. If I'm calling you friend, that means I'm calling you sis. And if I'm calling you, that means I'm gonna say it again. Your soft thigh is not touching my hard leg. Because if it does, to me, it is a go signal. That's a go signal. So, and I'm for go signals. Like,
it's meant to be a ghost signal. They just try to, like Cicely said, they trying to be slick. I can't believe dudes still using it in 2020. I'm like, dude, I can't believe it. Like, you just lost all kind of cool points coming at me with some cuddle stuff.
I
Like,
just want to cuddle. Kid dudes be talking about, I just wanna cuddle. Can you hold me?
I'm like, it's too hot to cuddle.
Can you hold?
Get out of here.
Can you hold? I just want to be held tonight.
Yeah.
Just hold me. That's what girls be doing.
No, yeah, that would be too bad.
Hold me.
Sit down.
Okay, yeah, sure. Come on.
But like, yeah, we can cuddle, and I'm gonna have on a whole bunch of clothes. You know what I mean?
Right, in my full sweats, like
Right.
joggers,
Just want to-
bra, socks. I'm fully good.
Exactly, Trey. Exactly. That's a go signal. I don't care what
Ready to go.
That's a go signal. I don't care what y'all say. Fellas, if a woman says she want to come over and cuddle, it's a go signal.
Anywho.
Confused because they don't want any commitment. Okay, but once the very moment that friend
Let's
decides
grow up.
they want to cuddle, they ain't trying to be friends. Whew. Wow.
That's what they mouth say.
She said the intent is closed.
One of these things is not like
Right.
that.
Exactly. I know me. I ain't even let nobody come over and cuddle that I ain't trying to do more to cuddle with anyway.
Makes sense to me.
It ain't even that type of party over here. We ain't fit to play those games. Okay, we're gonna move on.
And if I won't do more than cuddling, I'm not gonna say come over and cuddle. I'm be like, hey, what you doing? Why don't you come through?
That's what you say, hey, big head.
That's what they say.
That's the move on.
I get the panda emoji, but anyway, I digress. Let's go.
We're going on to the hottest topic. I have heard about this topic so much today from the radio talk show. Any podcast that I came across, everybody's talking about this restaurant owner. I don't even know the name of the restaurant.
True Kitchen.
Is it called True?
True Kitchen.
True, I think.
True Kitchen and
True Kitchen. Okay.
cocktail.
Yeah, I think so.
So, black restaurant owner goes off on a group of black women for twerking in his restaurant. And I mean, to me, just to start off, the title is misleading in my opinion, because when you first hear about it, like when I first heard about it and read the title, I didn't know they were on the furniture twerking. Like I didn't know they were up on chairs and tables.
Oh yeah, on the window.
So I get his frustration, but yeah,
Sure.
you come out in the audience because it's gonna be a problem. So I'm gonna go to Win first on this because we're all black business owners, so we can kind of see both sides of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I absolutely, totally understand why he was upset.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand why he was frustrated, why he said something. That's not even, I don't think anybody is saying he shouldn't have said something because, like Tree has put in the comments, He went there once and said, "Hey, y'all,
Yeah.
Stop. That's not what we do here." Left, and they did it again. Came back and asked them to stop again, and they didn't. And then the third time, that's when he cussed the whole side of the restaurant out. Or cussed at them. He didn't cuss everybody out.
Right.
But he gave this speech about, he gave this speech and cussed in the speech. So let me be there. I think it was absolutely inappropriate for him to yell like that in his restaurant for the whole establishment to hear, telling people that this is a high class place that's upscale for Black people, and after you done cussed them out and told the men you want to respect the women, you have now negated everything that you are trying to do. So you were trying, and again, I'm not, what the people did was way foul and way out of line and way inappropriate, but you were too.
Right.
And your DJ was inappropriate. Let's be clear. Throw that ass in a circle. Back that ass up. Couple other songs that we can throw out there. If you play them songs, automatically
it's the universal go.
We going. We going. I don't dance, and when it come on, it's just how it is. So you gotta Austin. There was a DJ playing, throw that ass in a circle, and that's what they were up twerking to. Again, they were absolutely wrong and inappropriate for the way that they were dancing. The young lady who jumped up on the furniture and put her hands on the glass and started twerking, absolutely inappropriate and wrong, and every other term we can say. But you cannot, as a business owner, go and cuss at your restaurant and say, I want this to be a high-end establishment and I want everybody to respect each other. You set the tone. You set the example. You stop there because I'm going to keep going. Q, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Q.
I've been ranting about this on my page, so I'm kind of almost out of gas on this one, to be honest with you, because I'm just kind of frustrated, if anything, by this whole thing. I agree with everything you just said, that what the women did was wrong. Like what those 3 tables of women did not align with going out and having a dinner. That is not how you act when you go out to sit down a restaurant where you expect to have a meal people are eating next to you. You just don't act like that. With that being said, he went to that table too many times. Legit, too many times. When you have already established that these people are not in alignment with the energy that you are trying to create for your space, that is when you, as the owner, you go and you ask that these women leave. Okay? You send a manager, you have someone on staff that is trained to de-escalate this type of situation, because I'm sorry, I don't want to hear, well, that's money. If you booked and busy, were you so proud that you could sit in the middle of your restaurant and say you don't need that money? If you don't like what I say, get the F out my spot. Then you should have somebody on your staff trained to deal with people who do that when you got the drinks flowing faster than you got your food flowing. That's how I really feel about that. Hospitality is an art. Everybody cannot do hospitality. Everyone can't do service. And just because you're the owner doesn't make you king of hospitality, queen of hospitality. I don't care how good your food is. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care if people feel like you have sucked their energy out of their experience. They will not continue to go back. He's viral today. He's viral this weekend because somebody want to go and see if they can do it again. It's going to be some more crazy at this spot because of this energy. We would have never heard about this had he not gone out. Had he put them out, we would have never heard about this because that would have been an owner controlling the energy and environment within his space. He would have been fully within his right because everyone saw them on the wall twerking in the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yes, the DJ is all liable because there's your crowd control, homie. If you know this is an upscale restaurant, when you see the women on the walls, why are you still playing the music to keep the people on the wall?
Right.
Ain't a slow jam in your deck. Like you don't have an usher, you ain't got a lovers and friends, you ain't got a slow jam that you can throw on and totally, if anything, kill the mood.
Yeah.
To get the people off the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So, and as an owner, yes, you have the right to be emotional. You have the right to be upset, but you do that in the back and you send somebody with some cool out to the front so you don't go viral for losing your ish in the middle of your restaurant. Mr. 5-star booked and busy. I don't need your money. We'll see. We'll see. I hope he does not experience a hit from this. I hope he just learns. And I hope people don't think that my frustration at his response is me saying people shouldn't go eat with him.
Thank you.
I'm not going to eat with him, but I want other people to go and still do that if that's what they want to do. But this, to me, was very inappropriate as an owner. And you will not see Elegance by Design on no doggone social media going viral for cussing nobody out for taking too many samples at a pop-up shop. You know what I mean? Like if you remove the samples, you know what I'm saying? You remove the distraction that's causing you to get out of your character so you can remain professional. That is a part of the art. That's the part of the skill that everybody don't have.
Yeah. And I wonder if,
and I'm done. I guess I had a little bit left.
Right. I wonder, I just would like to because I'm wondering if there was a person on staff who had to leave and they wouldn't. That's the part I was kind of confused about. Did anybody ask them to leave at first? Like how there was a lot of exchange, but what was going on in those exchanges? As an owner, I probably would have I wouldn't have, if I was frustrated, I wouldn't have even walked out there. And you learn that you learn that early on in customer service. If you're true to customer service, that you don't complain down. So what are you complaining down to your customers for? There's no reason for it. Complaints don't go down, complaints go up. Mm-hmm. If you're at the top, you let the complaints come up to you. You don't even deal with complaints.
And my thing is this, okay? Where was security? You didn't call security, call the police.
It seemed like it was a man that was security over there.
My thing is that's my thing. Like call security, call the police, or like let's be honest. In a situation like this, what should have happened was either his employees should have escorted them out while he is over telling the other people, I am so sorry for this. We are handling this. I apologize for the inconvenience. We are moving them so you can continue to enjoy your experience, and then go and help your employee usher them out if you don't have security. If you have security, let security or the police do it. But you do not, as the business owner, lower yourself to the position of the people who you are trying to say need to come up. And that is in essence what he did. Again, I get his frustration. I'm not mad where I'm not mad that that the owner was mad. I get it. I'd have been pissed too. I've had many of customers come into my bank and I've been called a fat, stupid MF. I've been called the N-word. I've been told by white people that I should never be in this. Like, everything it possibly said to me. So I get it. I get the level of frustration. But you, as the professional, have to maintain your professionalism and show everybody that's the fool. I'm not going to be the fool with them. Let them be the fool. Don't be the fool with them.
And when he screamed and told the DJ to cut the music off, the music should have been off.
And you know what I heard, Joe?
When they were escorting them out. Mm-hmm. Like the music should have been off.
Yep.
You should have.
I heard when that rant happened, the women weren't even in the restaurant ananymore. Sorry, I had a delay. I apologize. I wasn't trying to talk over you. But yeah, from what I read in the comments, the patrons at the restaurant, they were moved. That rant happened after this was during what should have been the apology for this disturbance thing. That's when that happened. The people who caused all that were already gone. Right. So like he came back and fussed at the people who weren't twerking. Right. That's what the I think that's why it got so big. Cause like, why are you fussing at them? That energy was for the people you just put
That's even
out.
worse.
Like,
Yeah, that's
Sounds
even
like
worse.
I thought security or something.
it was just bad.
Seemed like it was security there. But
Yeah.
and then on the other hand, no, what make me what be killing me about Black people is we love to go off. We love to go off. We love to go ham. We love to do it. We do it all the time. But if a business owner does it, it's like clutches pearls. Like, chill out. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Sure.
he did it, but come on now. All y'all wasn't in there. Y'all wasn't that offended because he said the F-bomb. You know what I mean? Y'all probably still going out the restaurant. Yeah, he was wrong, but to me, sometimes, you know, people to me, but we'll jump on a bandwagon about something and yeah,
that would have made me check, please. I would have been like the chick in the back of that. That after watching the twerk and seeing that get that out of hand, and I'm already irritated because this has happened. And then for you to come back and then go in like that, I would have been straight up check, please. Like as a customer, and I'm a business owner too. So like I get that. Y'all know I've got some stupid ass emails from people talking crazy.
Right.
I've had people face to face acting crazy. I've got 15 years of customer service working for somebody else getting talked crazy to where you could not say nothing back. Okay. So like I know being taken there and I know how to take a step back and get your stuff together so you can still get your money. I don't, you know, so I don't.
Yeah, he should have
had to go. Like we
would have been there, and I probably would have been one of the people that wanted to leave because I'd been like, you're not gonna talk crazy to me. But as far as like it going viral and all that kind of stuff, it wouldn't have been that big a deal for me to be recorded. I get.
So my thing is this. So I see on two ends. I get your point that, but if had that been a white man talking to a black woman at give me a very fancy restaurant,
Mahogany,
Roof Chris,
any restaurant,
Eddie V's, Applebee's, whatever. Had that been an owner talking to a sister like that, we wouldn't be going, oh, we understand because they were twerking. No, we would have been like, why don't we support our black queens? What the brothers need to stand up. We marched for y'all. Now y'all got to march for us. Shut them down. We need, like, you know what I mean? Like this is, and then there is a demand for excellence in service from black restaurants, the black businesses, period.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like that demand doesn't exist. Like what, because she twerks, you know, like what? Again, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't have reacted. I'm with you. I hope the man business flourishes. I hope he gets it. I will go to the restaurant. I like you. I would go, but hey, I went to another restaurant. I'm not gonna say that anyway. But I just don't think that we would let that happen, and that we should say that bad stuff is okay. I don't think we should cancel them, but I think that we should be able to say that ain't right, that ain't good. We can do better. Let's do better, and that's across the board. And that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, that was wrong. The way you handled it was bad. Let's do that different.
Yeah. No, nobody likes to be canceled, but again, I mean, even when we all jumped on different, you know, things where people have lost their temper and lost their cool. And it's not right. What I'm saying is, why is this viral? Why would we make this viral?
It's at that type of restaurant. It's at that restaurant is popping. From what I've heard from folks, you cannot get in that restaurant. From the videos that I've seen that people have posted from even before this night, it looked, full disclosure, it does not look upscale. It looks like a huge jumping spot. Like, you know what I mean? You're going to go, you're going to have a good time. You're going to eat good food. You're going to have some good drinks, but you kicking it. It doesn't give me what we know as upscale vibes to be. So
my thing, if it was that's why I was saying the thing with the DJ, because a lot of people was like, well, does the DJ matter? It does. It's because I've never been to an upscale restaurant where there was a DJ.
You don't.
You don't. To the back. I mean, they don't even dress upscale most of the time. So I just not. It's a lot. It's a lot of contradictions, but now I get it. I get why it went viral. If it's that popular, what city was it in? What city is it in?
It's like
Yeah.
Houston or Dallas or something. It's in Texas. It's one of
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
it's,
this is the first time they've been viral. Like they do stuff. This is just for this because they say the people that go there say this ain't the first time he's flashed off on customers. This isn't the first time he's done this. They like so this is his vibe. And when he's come all this radio junket that he's doing, and all this stuff that he's doing, he's not saying. He said, "I apologize if you were offended for the words that I used," but he's pretty much standing behind all of the energy that it was in this situation.
To me, it was too packed to even see that it was upscale. Like I didn't see no tablecloths and waitresses.
There was no control. There was no crowd control happening from any level of anything, from what I could see in the videos. But whatever.
It's a very unfortunate situation. There was a lot of moving pieces that shouldn't have happened. I mean, rule number one: upscale does not have DJs. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Let's make that viral.
The DJs that play. Throw that ass in the circle.
No, they have live piano players, or they have nice jazz playing in the background. Upscale does not have DJs. DJs are made for twerking. So if
there was a whole booth in the building, like they had a whole booth in the building.
People come in and they playing, throw that ass in the circle. Hell, if you drunk, you probably think you at the club. You talking about take that down the street? Not if we play. Not if you playing it here. If I can eat.
Best comment ever. Best comment ever. Not if you do it right here. It's right here. Why I gotta go to this? It's right here. Yes. Period.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I feel sorry for the man. I have a bleeding heart, but
I don't today. He was look. My brother was on Ricky Smiley. He was on everything. Yeah, he was on Ricky Smiley.
Honey. He gonna be for a while.
He good. I'm just saying, but it was still wrong. And most everybody thinks that he was right. And I'm like, we gonna be honest. You were not right, sir.
Yeah, you wasn't right as a business owner, and even a manager going off like that would have been the wrong thing to do. Because that's why in those situations, I think that some of us have not learned in customer service as Black-owned companies, because most of the time we don't have enough staff. We don't.
Correct.
Let's start there.
Correct.
One of the things in customer service when you get into management, that's what they teach you. Correct. You don't go out there to solve any problem. Let it work up the chain so that you can be the resolver.
Yep.
If I go out there as the owner, who they gonna complain on? Now you go, you causing more backlash when you should have let one of your employees handle it, then you could have been the person to come and save the day.
Yep. Because it's scientifically proven there are levels of de-escalation. And your management, your staff is meant to help your customer go through those levels. Right. So by the time they get to you, they're ready for a resolution. They feel justified because they've done the levels, and now you're supposed to solve it. All these other people couldn't, so now you're going to fix it, right? And you're supposed to show up, Captain Solution. Right.
Look, and everybody's supposed to go, look at what that manager did.
Right.
I'm coming back to this place. See, they got good management.
Yeah. But it's just unfortunate. I mean, but it's unfortunate.
Agreed.
I agree with you there. Both parties, I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
That is, and that's all I'm saying. It's like, again, just the way they handled this. Yeah, and the twerking on the glass was absolutely ridiculous.
I'm glad I didn't even see that part. I probably would have been embarrassed too. I mean,
it's embarrassing. It wasn't just one table. Like,
no, it was three. It was like 12 women. They said it was 12 people. Tables of people.
Corner was doing it. It was like the whole back of that was pretty much like a table, and then the booths over here, 2 booths over, like it was getting it. That was win. Look at the music you're playing. Like you can't hear the music in the video that they have, but you can tell clearly when it comes on because everybody at the table like. Right. You don't want to be
like the mood changed right there. Like you can like right there. That's where they changed.
So it's like, there you go. And then old girl got up. I'm like, yeah, we in trouble. We in trouble.
You was on the countdown, right? You was like from the faces toe up, 5, 4, 3, 2, and there she goes.
put on the table and
Yeah, you knew it when she got lifted up. You was like, somebody's gonna take it to the next level with the turkey, and it was gonna go from the table work to the whole full fledged. So yeah, it's a lesson learned. I had to give the guy a break. I'd go in there just to see, so I could be like, this ain't upscale, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in there and be nosy. I want to see. So yeah, we are a little bit. Are we good on time?
We went way over, but come on.
Way over time. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass the torch.
Show been over.
Y'all know this has been Hot Topics. The Hot Topics were hot tonight. So we thank you for tuning in to Hot Topics. I'm gonna pass it on for our next topic.
Ooh. All right. Yeah, we missed the whole segment, but that's all right.
Yeah.
we missed a whole segment. That's all good. Real quick, let me do these. So yeah, so if you have not the other segment that we skipped, was supposed to be sponsored by the Little Black Book of Business.
Hi guys.
That's all good. It's the topic. It's not you. So look up the Little Black Book of Business is the place for business owners. Here we go. That want to provide quality products, exceptional service, and network with other like-minded individuals and businesses. So right now we are offering a special where we're going to give you your first month free. And again, it's the first month free if you get into the Little Book of Business. Every business owner, including the gentleman at True, needs more customers. And so we want to make sure, as the Little Black Book of Business, that you have the sign, the symbol that says that you are a part of us, that you're providing good customer service, that you are a place and a business that people can trust. So we help you get customers. So join us today at patreon.com/LBBOB. All right. Also, if you have not already, make sure that we already did that one. Where am I at? Where you at, Winfrey Burns? All right, I can't find it. But make sure that if you have not liked our YouTube page, that you do that as well by going to the Scoop Show on YouTube and get and subscribe. So that way, if you decide in January, like a lot of people do, you're gonna go be off of Facebook, your page gets locked down and you can't get on it, you can still follow us on YouTube at the Scoop Show. So go to our YouTube page, subscribe, and you can also watch the show live and comment on YouTube as well. So go over to YouTube and subscribe to the Scoop Show. Where am I? What else am I missing? That it? Oh, and if you have not joined our Facebook group, then go do that on Facebook at Real Scoop Show. Excuse me. So you can enjoy. That's where all of our topics come from. So all of our hot topics come from the topics that the people in the Scoop Nation pick and comment the most on. So we want to hear from you. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear your topics. So go to @RealScoopShow on Facebook. Answer the 4 questions. 4. It's 4 questions. Not 1, not 2, not 3. 4. 4 questions, and then we'll let you in. If you don't answer the question, we're not letting you in. So please answer the question so we can let you in. All right, Q, you got it.
Okay. And since we were ad heavy right there, I'm going to do mine at the end of this topic. So we're going to move right along. Okay, so we are talking about, in my opinion, this is wholeness. I'm gonna reduce it to wholeness in relationships. Aligning with our expectations. So when you go ahead and pop up our image. Okay, so mature conversations about ships. Wanted to ask the folks. I asked my partner if he's scared to lose me. He said no. I have confidence that no matter what we go through, we will last. I don't feel it's the same thing. I got really upset. Am I overthinking? Is it the same? I feel ready to break up after 5 years. Thoughts? Okay, so tonight we are going to pretty much talk about this. Because we are going to talk about when we like to be in a way. I think she wants to be sold dreams. Like this is what she's wanting. Like the idea of losing her is supposed to scare him in a way that's supposed to make him say like, oh yes, baby, like I could not possibly lose, live without you and all that. And he's like, no, like I think we'll be okay, but I think we'll be okay. And to me, like he said, what should be said, I'm confident in what we have that we'll be okay. And for her to me, that would be the perfect response. Because she said, are you afraid to lose me? No, I'm reassured that I'm good. We're going to be okay. Like, oh, good. Like, how did you get, yes, you're overthinking. Yes. Yes, you're overthinking. So I'm going to ask you guys, what would we say to her? Like, how would we deal with this? Because this happens a lot, when we set ourselves up for an expected response and then someone hits us with some honesty that is really still the answer, similar to our conversation in Hot Topics earlier, still the answer to what it is that we want, but for whatever reason, it's not packaged right. So we don't want to, it's got a whole new meaning now because it wasn't the exact way that we wanted it. Kels, what do you think about
this? Goes back to my statement about ladies sometimes we like to take stuff and twist it, turn it up in our little minds and come up with a whole new scenario. She done came up with a whole nother thing. Well, he don't love me because he ain't gonna die if he lose me. Like, she done came up with a whole thing. He must be cheating. I knew somebody at work had texted him. A whole scenario.
Yeah.
In our head. And this is a prime example to me, in my opinion, because there's nothing wrong with this answer. Nothing wrong at all. But she just let something that triggered her, and her insecurity has come all up and through there. And now she want to ask us, is she overthinking it? Yes, you are for 200.
Mm-hmm.
You are really overthinking. After 5 years?
Yeah. Yeah. You should even ask this question at this point. Is there something coming that should make me afraid to lose you? Like you got something else to tell me?
Right.
That would open up a whole other line of questioning, especially if you expected some long drawn out response other than, no, I think we're good. You know what I mean? 5 years in.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. When, what do you think about this?
I think that people believe in fantasy. And these are one of them fantasy questions that make relationships difficult. Because, like, in his mind, he really didn't say anything wrong. And I don't have a problem with her not liking the answer, but to take it to the point of I feel like I need to break up.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, that's what
you're doing too much. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing too much now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get he didn't play along with your fantasy, and he could have played along with the fantasy, knowing that. But at the same time, if she's the type of person who like takes this as law, then no, you don't want to play into that fantasy either, because she's going, down the road, she's gonna do something crazy, and then well, you said you didn't want to lose me. Yeah, but I found you sleeping in the bed with another dude. You know what I mean? Like,
this is chick from the first scenario.
Right. We just have these whole fantasy scenarios that we play. And now I'm gonna put this one on mostly women do this. Like, mostly women put these fantasy scenarios out there, whereas a man, we're supposed to play along and go along with it. And then, like, it's like, but that's not reality. The reality is I'm working. Y'all, can I tell y'all the one that I hate the most?
Yep.
Y'all triggered.
Right.
The one I hate the most is when a woman say, I'm sorry, I'm getting, I want to get in trouble. Never mind. Go ahead. Keep going.
No, you don't set us up. You have to give us some variation of what we say now. You got to give it to us.
No. To me, this is the same exact thing as a man when he asked a woman during sex, is it mine?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Like, it's something like, it's a fantasy. Mm-hmm. It's a fantasy. Or, and it's like, no, we can't. We know the truth. Know the truth.
Mhm. Ah, Jessica, that's good. They want to be the trophy that's fussed over.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that's the one I can't stand either. Why won't you fight for me? What?
Yeah.
Like that, I'm not gonna lie. That one gets me in trouble all the time. How come you won't fight for me? I do every day. What you mean?
I do every day.
Every day. What you mean? I express myself. I'm careful to make sure that I'm attentive to your need. What you mean? I fight for you every day.
Yeah.
You didn't fight for me. Yeah, I did.
No, I've said that in a situation where there was an actual situation and I did not feel properly. Yeah, came to bat for. And then that's when I say, hey, now, what was that? Like, there are times when why didn't you fight for me is very, very valid. So, like, hold on. But aside from that, I don't want you to just go out and create situations for me to have to fight for you for it. Like, that gets to be extra. That gets to be the stuff that men be like, you know what I mean? And y'all know there's a woman out there for every man. There are some men who wake up every day and work hard for a woman who gives him hell from the moment his feet hit the floor. Okay. But every woman is not like that. And every man does not want that type of woman. So, you have to really learn how to pick your people in this, because this would drive a man who does not like that crazy. The fact that she was even fussing so much, like the fact that it took her off her square so much would bother a man that don't like all that extra. Like, what are you doing? Like, why is this even bothering you this much? You know what I mean? That would irk the hell out of me as a woman. Like, why are you tripping so hard? And I didn't trip so hard over a hypothetical losing you. Like, what are we doing here? Why we do that? Go ahead, Kel.
Yeah. No, I was saying that's, with them being, I think what really took me for a little was that she said that she was like breaking up after 5 years. You've been with this person 5 years and you questioning, because he said he ain't gonna die if he lose you. And he's saying he confident that y'all will work through it. Like, come on, man. That's 5 years that you don't need. I mean, I understand what Austin is saying, but 5 years, you don't need to back down after 5 years. He done seen you in your bonnet at the 5 years. Like, come on. Like, who tripping over that? Seen you in your bonnet?
I get Austin's point, like he's supposed to mack her down. I get that, but this not a Mac moment.
It's not a Mac moment at 5 years. This might be a Mac moment year one, couple of months in.
Mm-hmm.
I die without you. Send a little video or something like that.
Send the PM Dawn.
Yeah, PM Dawn. 5 years. 5 years it ain't. Right. For her to get upset, to me, that's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna mack her down, but I'm not gonna mack her down like that. I'm not gonna lie to her and tell you that again, you say sweet stuff, I get it, but when you're asked like that, especially if you're asked in a situation or in a scenario where like they're serious, like where it's almost like a desperation, needy thing, like to me that's dangerous.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. He didn't say anything bad.
Jessica?
Yeah. He or she had 1 foot out the door. Maybe
she didn't feel like he was like. There's a lot of context left out of this in a certain way. So with what we've been given, this seems to be a little bit more than it needs to be for this situation. You know what I mean? We don't know, was this sitting on the couch and we just chilling watching TV? You know what I'm saying? And you just look over, hey baby, would you be okay? Like, or are y'all at candlelight dinner on date night and she's gazing at you over the damn dinner and with the cup of wine, the glass of wine, and like if that's how you know what I mean? Like there's some things that we don't really have at play, but thank you, Tree. That's
exactly it right there.
There's tests. I was just gonna say people like to test. And I
don't like that.
She probably tests him all the time, and that's probably why his answer would seem like it was well thought out, like a test answer. That might have been why he answered like that, because he's like, dang, what am I gonna say? Because she gonna turn it this way. She's gonna turn it that way. She still found a way to turn it. Yeah. I ain't doing that.
I don't like that test mess. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I graduated top of my class. Don't be testing me. Don't do that.
Test or not good.
Mm-mm.
I will fail every time.
Yeah, on
purpose. Nope. Are you scared you're gonna lose me? Not really.
Right.
I don't really like you that much. I mean,
Why not? Look, see, you know what I do? I do movie. I always have a movie thing. I'm like, what? Every day I got to prove my love to you. Is that what you want?
Right.
Is that what you want? Like, you know, like, this is not the 5 heartbeats.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and some people want that fairy tale if they want to have it. That fairy tale.
I was just saying, she got another dude in her ear. Probably could be.
She could.
Could be.
She could.
Mm.
This could be some third party interjection happening here. This could be some third party interjection, and that could have something along the lines of.
I'm saying that to me. Wait, hold on. But that don't sound like no dude in her ear to me. That sounds like another woman in her ear because that's the most silly.
That sounds like a dude too, Kels, because the dudes be like him. He don't even.
You ain't afraid to lose you. You too good. My woman, you be at the.
If you was my woman, I would never let you feel like you know,
I guess I know too many hard thug. Like this would not even be a conversation.
I'm with Win. That's the work of a work husband right there. That's the inner workings of a work husband. She's sitting there. She's sitting there replaying a conversation.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. He don't even care about you. He just he done got lazy on you. I would never get lazy on you like that. He
didn't back you down. He don't back you down like Austin.
Like yourself, I would run your bath water every day, girl. You would never have to run for nothing.
I don't know what places y'all work at. None of my work husbands ever got that.
You need to work at a call center.
They brought some McDonald's back to the job. I mean, I ain't never had no work husband cross the line.
Get you some banking experience or something like the financial services. That's where it's at. I'm telling you.
You know me, my stuff is contact call centers. So like call centers are like high school for adults. It's the same thing that happens in high school happens at call centers, just on a larger adult scale. Alcohol and drugs get involved in the call centers. It's the only difference. Legality, that's it.
I'm just like, I don't know. That's a real feminine thought to me. I just don't think a man would be thinking like that. But
the thugs they'd be like, man, I wouldn't even let no one talk to you like that, man. F that nigga. He ain't, you know what? I got you, girl. I got you. Don't even
Damn, Tree.
Right.
Count me out, chick. I'm good, sis.
Yeah, Tree, you could not be that harsh.
That's my boy. Yeah, that's true, Austin. That's true. A man will say whatever he wants if he trying to. It's real.
I have heard some of the most feminine things ever come out of men's mouths trying to get in. Like men talk the craziest about other men when trying to get with a woman. Like that's when that gossipy feminine stuff comes out. When they trying to show us how strong and masculine they can be for us, they do some of the most feminine, unnecessary shit. We have to be like, okay, like nobody has. I don't have like that is the epitome of that meme that starts with nobody and then some randomness happens after the end of it. That's a dude trying to smash. Like that is the idea, the makeup of a guy.
That must be for the wives clubs. Cause I wonder why they didn't work that hard. I ain't never. I'd have been like, I'd have been thinking, is he a little fruity? That's feminine energy to me.
That's what I'm saying. They know.
I would not be attracted to that.
Like I said, what type of men are those? Hey, it be listen. Some dudes, I done learned dudes are some of the most hating people on the planet when they get some. It's pretty bad.
And no one ever admits to being this guy. Like you only have to be with a group of other guys that are this way for them to be like, yeah, man, I did that. But like no man is ever in mixed company gonna say he's that guy. Like we'll be here all night and we waiting on somebody to stand up and say, yeah, that's me. So like we're not gonna do that. But trust and believe.
It's happening.
It's
happening because they tell. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
I believe I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Yeah. It could be the challenge that they know it ain't going nowhere, so they bring out what they consider their best
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
So
what they bring out the big guns. See, they like, she ain't got no husband, so
I don't think they do good to you because
I ain't got-
that's
I ain't got
not
to worry
the, like Kells, you're not the like, oh, like you ain't the type of
yeah, like you don't like to cuddle. Like, they know they can't come at you with that.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's how you get. I
No,
would like with Kells, you got to come with some. You got to intellectually come at her like, hey, let's do something fun, or hey, let's talk
Right,
about business, or let's handle this. Kells would be like, ooh, he talking business. Okay, yeah.
The business will probably get the little sappy stuff. I'll be like,
Talking about, listen, let's talk about this business plan. This, like, yeah.
that face you just made. That.
I'm just saying the little sappy stuff I can't deal with.
It's like,
But I can see. I'll be aware. I'll be aware. Growing, I learned something.
You learn.
Y'all learned something.
You learned. Go ahead, Q. What was you about to say?
No, so I was just gonna say. So where do we? Because this brings up that whole being romantic. Because like similar to what Austin is saying, there is a space. Even definitely, I believe in that datum 5, 10, 2, 20. Whatever you stay in relationship, romance, intimacy with your significant other. Like I am a total believer of that. Okay, but so where is that line? Where do you? Hey man, Tree, you don't know how accurate you are. I had to read this. That's it. No.
And do it in
Facts
person. If you try to go some high level stuff, she ain't gonna fall for that. But if you
she ain't going there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't come with me talking about where can I get some grants to start my business.
You be like, oh, grants say. You say you want some free money? Oh, I can help you. Anyway, okay, so how do we where is the boundary? Because that is something I think that we're trying to, it's almost like we're moving the warm and fuzzy away from the culture as we come into this new space. Like we have to remember that all of these things are moving in tandem with each other. Where we are culturally, where we are socially, where we are financially, where we are in all of these different ways is affecting how we deal with one another. So, and with that being said, the hustle that we have right now, the get up and go, I got to do me. I got to make sure I'm good. My self-care, my this, my that, all of that, we're recentering on self is now removing more and more the need to cater to, give in, give some more, pour into, give a little more of the warm and fuzzies for people because we feel, well, you should have that. You know what I mean? Like I have that. Like I don't need someone to come tell me that you need me to do that for. You know what I mean? Like it's almost appalling to think that someone at some point in a relationship may still need a little bit of extra in an area that you assume is good or should be good, needs a little fine tuning or something. So how do we find that spot and say, okay, you're doing too much, you're overthinking, or maybe we needed to do a little bit more here. Could there have been a little bit more to this response? How do we tell the difference in that? Wayne, I'm gonna go with you first on that. Maybe Kells. Kells, let me go to you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 3 things at one time. Go ahead.
Okay.
I guess the way I interpret that question is that, like, how do we get back to wanting to please, others, or wanting to please our partner as well as ourselves, since we're into this whole self-care and taking care of ourselves.
Yep.
And like in this scenario, if this was one of my homegirls, what I probably would have told her was, you tripping. But if it's really bothering you, have a conversation. Just see where his head is at. Ask him in a different way. Or tell him, hey, that sounded kind of cold coming from you. Usually you tell me this. You know what I mean? Like give him some examples, but really, it's okay to have your feelings, but explain your feelings to him so he can tell you what he really meant. He might have said, well, I really didn't think that deep into it. Then that could be the end of it. So I think we have to get back to that space. Is just that saying it's okay to want to please the person that you are in a relationship with, or the person that you supposedly love. You should want to please them. So and you should want them to please you, want them to make you feel good. So if that's just something you need to communicate to them, because to me, I just feel like she got upset for no reason. But on the other hand, she may know her man, and maybe that was, maybe she knows that answer is cold. We really don't know that part of it, but I can see where a lot of us being truthful and being true to ourselves has become cold in a lot of ways. But if we get back to wanting to please the person that you like or love, then that'll fall into place. Like we wouldn't have to think about it. Wouldn't have to overthink it.
Yeah. So just so I understand the question, it's what do we need to do to get back to the place where we're caring for each other and not just caring for ourselves? Okay. I think a lot of it starts with, of course, recognizing what's happening with us. Because if I'm going to use this scenario, if she was in a certain place, so if she's asking that question because right now she is vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable, and she's got some things going on, then her responding like that takes a different take on that. And he should have been able to, hopefully, you would hope, been able to pick up that this ain't a question she normally asks. This is the reason and then respond with, like Kels was saying, with what's going on with you? Why would you ask me something like that? Is there okay? I love you. I don't ever want to be, like if you can feel that. So I think a lot of it is if you know what's going on with you, then no matter how the person responds, you're able to process it in a healthy way, or ask the appropriate follow-up question if you're there. I think the other thing is we got to stop approaching everybody from the standpoint of we expect the other person to give us what we need. As much as I think relationship, your partner at times should, it's really on if you're feeling insecure or if you're feeling low or whatever, that's something that you got to take care of within yourself first before you expect like your partner to do that for you. Again, they should do it. There's definitely some times where your partner should be like, she ain't right. Let me love on her. Let me love on him. Help them out real quick. But ultimately, that falls back on us to do that for ourselves. And I think the third thing we got to look at is kind of like what is wrong with being vulnerable. We have decided that vulnerability is a liability, when in fact vulnerability in relationships is actually the highest form of intimacy. So when you put me in a space, when we're in a space where I can be vulnerable with you and you can be vulnerable with me, then we've entered into a space where that transcends physical and mental things that now like we are connecting on all levels. So I think we got to get back to that place because now we're just defensive. Everybody is defensive. Everybody is trying to protect themselves. Everybody is afraid to get hurt. Everybody is expecting the shoe to drop. Everybody is saying, hey, you're going to leave me at the first sign of trouble. Like everybody in relationships feels like that. And so of course, we're looking for, like, use this same scenario. She asked that question and went into it going, if he answers this wrong, I'm out. She was looking for him to give a certain answer, and because she didn't, now she wants to leave. Could mean that, like to Jessica's point, she's out the door, and maybe she's out the door because she's defensive. She's been hurt before, and so now she feels like that he's about to hurt her now. And it could be right around the same time. Her last relationship lasted about 5 years, and then dude started tripping. So guess what? We're about the same point. So we make sure he don't start tripping. You know what I mean? So we gotta just like that level of vulnerability that we all gotta get back to where as men and women who are in relationship with each other, we're not afraid to let that other person into a weak spot.
So I love that you brought up vulnerability. That is one of the things that we run from, but we expect everyone to allow us to be vulnerable. Vulnerability takes accountability just as much as it takes the emotional fortitude to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
So, like in this situation, you have to recognize that when she put herself out there like that, this is how you feel. I mean, asking him, how do you feel? When he didn't respond in the way that she expected, that would have been a moment for her to say, okay, I can own that. You know what I mean? I get that. I feel this way. Like that is her time to communicate what it is that she feels. Okay, well, if I were to lose you, I feel, lead that. You need to let him know what's happening in there, or let them know where you are, because they can't just shoot around in the dark. Like you have to own your part in being vulnerable. If you are giving this person so much value that their response can shake you to your core this way, you owe them all of the information to be able to respond in a way that can still cover and care for you. Like, how are you giving someone so much trust in their responses that you haven't given them the proper tools to take care of you or give you the answer that you need? So like this person was completely blindsided. It could have been completely blindsided, not knowing that she was in the spot that you just gave. We at the 5-year mark. Yada, yada, yada. This could have been her trying to open up. And he didn't necessarily miss a mark. He didn't know there was a mark to be met. If he didn't know there was a mark to be met. So like, we have to, you can't, and even if we want to talk on a cultural, like a social perspective of what we're going through right now, everyone wants to be heard, understood, felt, made whole to a certain degree. You know what I mean? We
show your worth, value. Yep.
Yeah. But no one wants to hear the other side. No one feels any necessity to hear how we got here. Well, this is my perspective on this. What could I do better? Like, I don't want to teach you. I don't want to tell you what you did wrong. I just want you to know that you've hurt me and you should fix it. You know what I mean? So it's like there's an accountability that comes with saying that you're so like you can't just, that's halfway doing it. Like that's not how that works, and you're not ever going to feel whole in that situation if you're not giving everyone what they need to fully solution it. Like, I can't meet you if I don't know where the end game is. Where's the mark? Like, where's the
right?
I agree.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I totally agree. I said this to somebody earlier. To Anisha, we were talking about this. I told Anisha, I said, I think the problem with with us is that, or maybe it was Teresa. It was Teresa. That I think that one of the problems that we have is that we actually don't recognize when we're not whole. Like in this situation, like I can see, like we actually think we're ready, we're together, we're good partners, we're excellent leaders, not recognizing that there is a huge liability that is in our psyche, that that we're dealing with rejection, and we don't want to talk about the rejection. We don't want to say, listen, I struggle with rejection. Like we just want to mask it and cover it up and make like we cool and we ready, and God, I'm ready for my husband, and I'm ready to be a good wife. Like, no, you asking questions. Using this scenario, you're asking questions that are weird. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're open ended, so why not accept that? Why not accept your partner's feelings too?
Sure.
Like I said, you could have asked for more clarification instead of getting upset. You could have asked another follow-up question, or could have expressed how it made you feel. That's one thing that I learned that I didn't know. To Q's point, it's actually talking out how something made me feel, like even just my friends, not even all romantic relationships, but I see that has helped me in different dating situations. I don't know about relationships yet, but different dating situations that has helped me to be more clear.
Yes.
So, I am the block queen, but at least now I'll be like, now what did you mean?
Run that by me one more time.
I'll take my time and let them clarify before, you know what I mean? So it still constitutes more follow-up. Instead of us saying, oh, he didn't say it the right way, and let me go ask all my friends what this means and let us overanalyze this thing.
That is a defensive mechanism.
Yeah.
When we do that, it is a defensive mechanism that stems from, again, typically our insecurity and rejection issues. So when we do that, when we refuse to get clarification and we assume, we are literally saying, I don't need any. I know exactly what you said. And instead of me engaging you, I am literally going to just respond based upon my assumption of the response instead of getting clarification. It's rejection.
Yeah.
It's straight rejection. True, you're correct. She could not ask a question again. We agree. Yeah. But she could. That's just. And again, it's reject. We all and we. I ain't gonna say we all do it, but it is. I think we just and we don't know to do that, Kel. Like that's a learned thing. Yeah. Like we say we love communication, but what we really saying is we love for people to hear us talk.
Yeah.
We want you to hear us talk. We don't want to learn communication because to learn communication means to learn how to control your emotions, to learn how to ask open-ended questions in response. Okay, when you said this, I heard this. Is this what you were trying to say? Mm-hmm. When you said this hurt my feelings. Was that with your intent? Yep. When you said this, I interpreted it like this. Is this what you mean? Can you clarify what that means? Mm-hmm. Like that's a trained. You have to be trained to do that when you are in a pattern of being defensive and you responding from a place of rejection. Because I don't want to ask you another question because you just rejected me. So now, how do we grow? You know, how do we be vulnerable enough to ask a follow-up question after you just hit me? Because now it's like, well, I'm not gonna open myself up to allow you to hit me again. But that's what we got to do. We have to.
Yeah, even in that retrospect, I know one friend in particular, and it's a female friend, and that's something we do. Whenever we've had a disagreement, and I haven't known her all my life, it hasn't been a long relationship, but I can say that's one thing that we just kind of fell into. It isn't anything that's planned, but we are very transparent. Like we can know when we're taking shots at one another, something like that. And like we knew something was off. And she's like, well, on this post, you said this, that day, and blah, blah, blah. I said, because you said this on this day. And that, yeah, I was being facetious. I was trying to snap back because you said it. She's like, oh, okay. Yeah, this is where it came from. You said something, I snapped back. And that was it. And we was like, well, yeah, I was going through this. I was going through that. So, and then it was over with. But we will dare not do that with somebody you lay in the bed with. Ain't that crazy? Mm-hmm. We'll hold on to them till we won't even open our mouth.
Not get that same grace. Yep, that's true.
And it's hard. I don't know why. Why have we gotten away from that? Why do you want to hurt the person? It's a thin line between love and hate. It's like we almost don't mind hurting somebody because we love them. I don't know. It's
because we expect.
I don't even know if it's sis. I don't even know if it's really the minding, the hurting of the person. It's the minding of allowing them to stay hurt. Because I think sometimes in relationships, like when you argue, it's not always going to be roses, and every argument is not going to go like what we just line itemed here in our calmness. You know what I mean? Well, how do you feel? Beautiful. This made me feel. That's not how arguments work. Like, don't make any mistake. That's not what we're saying. You have to be willing to recognize what stage you're in the argument. If you are in the heat of the moment of the argument, understand everything that they're saying may not always make sense. It's not always going to be said in love. I'm mad at you. You have done something that pissed me off, and I need you to know that I'm pissed. So I'm going to say things that are going to we're going to match energy, bro. You know, so understand that. And when you get past that stage, you have to be willing to leave some of what was there at that stage. So when you're coming to that conversation point, we were just talking about, okay, so I know we was tripping and we was in the moment and we said I know you said those things. I ain't even worried about those things. But you know, you specified that when we went out that last time and that thing I put on, you said something back. What did that mean? You know what I mean? Like you that came from out of nowhere. What was that? Can we talk about that? Those are the things that help you get further on to the conversation. You bringing up the fact that they missed making your coffee and didn't put gas in your car. You know what I mean? Like all those. What the hell does that have to do with the randomness? You know, the fact that you yelled louder than you were supposed to, or slammed the door as I was following behind you, cussing you out. Like I don't care. We were arguing. I'm not bringing that back up. But I need to know that thing that really triggered you, that you let slip out in the midst of your mad. That's what we need to talk about. So in your timeout, come back and come with something that's going to be fruitful to the resolution. Like you keep bringing up the stuff that had y'all flaming, you're not going to get anywhere.
I think you just brought up something also, Q, that we have to think about. Like when you're entering into a relationship, you also have to know or learn if the way you argue works for each other.
Yeah.
Because like I don't like there's a like for me like the whole cussing at me and call like that does not work for me. Like I don't because I go someplace there that I don't like to go to. So like for me, and I'm being so you have to find out like if the way that you and this person disagree is even beneficial and healthy. Because if you can, I'm saying you in general, if you can take cussing each other and and all that kind of stuff, but you cuss at me, I'm gonna want to fight. And then you know what I mean, like now I'm going to jail. So it's like that just does not work for me. It doesn't work well for me. I shut down, I walk away because I know how my temper can be if I get really angry. So you have to find out if that works. And so if it doesn't, cool. This ain't the type, we don't need to be in that type of relationship. So I think that's beneficial for people to think about too, because I can't be because if ours doesn't match, we're not gonna be whole. Because you're gonna be angry that I won't argue, and I'm gonna be mad that you want to argue all the time. It's like how do we get to a point where we there's no equality there in that area where we can both get what we need even in disagreement, because it's correct, disagreements are going to happen, they're supposed to happen, but they have to happen in a way that's constructive, and whatever constructive looks like for y'all, then so be it.
Yeah, there's totally conflict compatibility. Just as much as you got to be compatible in all the warm and fuzzies, you have got to figure out how you're going to do conflict resolution. That's very important. That's very important. That was one of the things that I know kept me the way me and James are work right now, is because we're compatible, even the way that we conflict. Like we're the best of friends when we're friends. But if he argued differently, or if I argued differently, it would not work. Like, and we tell anybody that, like, nah, if he did that, like we have the list of things too. Like we know, because it was a thing that we specifically looked for in each other to make sure that this could work. You know what I mean? Like we owned that we knew that this right here, nah, you know what I mean? And I knew his triggers and vice versa. And we have made a very good point of trying to avoid those things. This has not been perfect, but we're diligent. We will not talk before we take each other to that point, because we know what that means. So like people have to be really aware of that, and their friendships too. I've seen so many people who hang out with people who they absolutely are not compatible with. Like, you do not like this person. Why are you with this person? No life lesson. You are just in each other's space, funking up each other's energy. Why? Let that person go. You are not compatible with this person. There's nothing.
Yeah. Or even
Are you just just became? I was just saying, you just become a different person, and that's in relationships or friendships too. Like maybe she did change into something, even in that scenario. Maybe she, they're in different spaces because they, he may be like, "Why you asking me this question?" And she like, "Why you answering like that?" Because they're not the same people they were 5 years ago.
Or you put them in the appropriate place. Like, I don't have to completely cut off a relationship with you, but you might be a business person. You might be a business friend, and that's it. You might be somebody, like, I might not like you, but when it comes to business, we work well together because we have the same goal, ABC, whatever. But I don't want to kick it with you. I don't like you in that space because I think you're rude. You know what I mean? Like
that, yeah.
You do. So, so I got pastor friends, but I don't want to hang out with them. Like, I hang out with you. We can deal with church stuff, but outside of church stuff, you're weird. Leave me alone. That's just the truth. Like, I don't want to kick it with you like that. You want to kicking it to you is sitting up talking about church all day. I don't want to do that.
That's real too.
So I think if you put them in the appropriate space and have the appropriate expectation, then we can maintain that kind of friendship. And I've had to have those conversations like, hey, our friendship is not working because if we're going to be but close friends, then I need you to be a close friend. But if you just we're going to talk about church, then that's all we're going to talk about. And I'm cool with that. But I need you to know, if you start asking me anything outside of church, I'm going to ignore it because I don't want you not the type of friend. I think that's okay. I could be wrong. I think that's okay.
I remember having a convo with a person about that.
Yeah. I'm like, but how many? Yeah, that's, I don't know how many people do that. Now I've had to, I don't know if I've been that in depth with friends, but I've had to you know, had conversations like, call me your best friend, but maybe yours, but not mine. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know. So I see it. I don't go that in depth with them, but I've had a couple situations that I felt like I've had to, I don't know, set some boundaries, maybe is a better word.
Yeah, and that's part of it. That's exactly a part of it.
I mean, how do you do that in romantic relationships though? I think that's a different space. Because how do you apply that to a romantic relationship?
I mean, I don't think you can apply that necessarily to the romantic relationship, except for maybe so I think just because I think it works in the situation, like we might be in a romantic relationship, but you ain't got to be a part of my business.
Okay.
That's a boundary that you don't go into. Now you could, you know, we could talk about it, whatever, but in terms of like, you don't have to be my secretary or the CFO because relationship, you know, I think that's how it works in those. But in terms of intimate things, no, I don't think that can work.
No. Yeah, I've had to do that in a friendship where like all the boundaries of real friendship were being crossed, but then it was, oh, this is my work friend. Work friend where? When we talk, as soon as we like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? If I'm gonna be your work friend and you call your friends after 5 to go through all of this personal stuff that we're going through and talking with and hanging out and all that, I don't hang out with my work friends. You see any other work friends around us when we're kicking it? No, because we doing personal friend stuff. You know what I mean? So like that was one of those things that you're not gonna reduce the energy that I'm giving you to, you know, because you want to. Yeah, that was, so I think it was more of a boundary thing. Like, am I doing too much? Because if I am, I can pull back and go back into what I'm doing. And you can call the people who you want to put in that spot. Because if it's me overstepping the boundary, let me know, you know. But from there, we were able to move on. And that person was like, you know what? I didn't even think about that. You're right. I was associated. This is where I knew you from. And I'm like, no, all words matter. You know what I mean? Like, cause you don't say your friend. You're like, that's not what I am now at this point. We're friends. We're going to be friends and I'm your friend. This whole work friend puts me in an associate space. This whole I put you in that you only get certain information. I know your babies. I know you. You know what I mean? Like, don't do me. You know what I mean? Like, we're friends. So I think, you know, we have to be very clear when we are giving our energy, romantically and platonically. We have to be clear and set those boundaries to avoid creating conflict that doesn't need to be, because a person could not know that you put them in a box that they're in because you have not set that boundary. And now you going off about something they don't even know that they're supposed to be owning up to. They didn't even know that was the role that they fill in your life because you haven't said that to them. And that's your bad. Like, you can't hold a person accountable for a goal that they didn't know they were supposed to be meeting. That's your fault if you haven't set the expectation and said that to the person. Yeah. In my opinion. All right. Oh, yeah. It's 9:55.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Ooh, good show.
Yes.
Good conversation.
Very good show. Real quick. So, y'all know it's holiday time. I will be having some goodies to show for the next few weeks because I want you guys to get a part of these good gift sets. This past week, I launched this our Silk and Sexy little gift set right here we've got going on. So we've got branded bags coming, and this is actually our smaller size. There is a larger size that's actually at the press right now that fits full-size products. So we will be doing customized bags, gift sets, and things like that going forward. So that's coming. But this particular set, which is $30, is for our heat press sisters, our ladies who like the flat irons and things like that. This is our Sleek and Sexy Edge Control will come in this set. Our Silk and Sexy Shine Serum, and our Silk and Shine Serum, and then our Afterglow Shine and Hold Spray. These 3 products are amazing if you are heat styling your hair. They are going to protect your hair through all of your heat processes, and you can go right back to your curly natural state if you please, and you have fully protected hair in the process. This bundle together is usually about $48. Okay, it's $30 right now.
Yay, discount.
Bag included. Okay, so go to the website. There's no code necessary. Go throw it in the bag. I got you covered, and I will be shipping it out to you ASAPly. I'm actually sending my first one out to one of my day one divas on tomorrow, so I'm super excited about that. The elegancebydesign.com. and go ahead and get your little gift set.
Get your gift set. Yes.
Yes.
What's up? Kels, you got anything?
Yes, I am running the Black Friday special all the way through December 15th for Curvy Kitten and Cool Cat. So the coupon code is BLAK20, Black 20. So we will be doing that. If you are following the Bear Buy reality dating show, episode 1 is up and running, right? Very entertaining. Make sure you watch that. If you are in if you're in any area, we will be having a casting call in Dallas if they let us, if it's COVID safe, January 6th. That is the date that we'll be going in Dallas. Dallas is ready. So that will be our next casting call, January 16th. That is a Saturday. We will have more details coming soon. We're just trying to make sure that everything's okay with COVID. So we don't want to get people confused. So yeah, we already have people waiting in Dallas. So that's going to be hot. And last but not least, if you are in the Oklahoma City area, make sure you stop by Bob's Shamrock gas station, 2901 Northwest 10th and May, across from the fairgrounds. Stop, pull up. That is our theme. Pull up, get you some gas, get you some vittles, and
pull up and fill up. Pull up and fill up.
Black
pull up on
gas station. This is huge, guys. So we just want to show Shamrock and any other brand out there that we can do it. So if you come fill up, that's all I gotta say.
Pull up, gas tank on E.
We gotta get this out there. We gotta get you on. I just saw Kev on stage on GMA. We can get you on GMA and all that stuff.
Well, we do have the MLK Coalition came in right before I came on the show, came into the store. They're doing some things for Martin Luther King Day. They're gonna do something. We have, I think, Daily Oklahoma may be lined up, and then there's another group that are going to do some feature stories. So we have some stuff with Oklahoma City. So anybody else, if y'all want to do a story, hit us up. Hit me up.
We need to go national.
Yes, we need to go national.
National. You don't know how many inboxes and calls like Kel's got a gas station. Kel's got.
Yeah, like the whole week after we
that is so good.
Like my niece, I'm sure she's gonna tell us in the documentary or whatever when we have it. But every morning I would wake up, I'd be like, Kiki, we have a whole gas station. Like,
you just stand in the middle between the chips and the dip and just stand and turn.
Whoever come in, any one of the other owners, can. We have a whole gas station, y'all. Like for real happening. Like for real. Like 6 pumps. 6 pumps. So and we don't want to stop at one. So like I said, we're getting something together to try to, get y'all in. Save your money.
Get your money ready. That's
Save your money.
Don't spend your income tax.
Right. While fire is hot, by 2021, we want to have at least 6 more business owners, like 6 more gas station owners by 2021. So stay tuned.
Let's get it. You know where your income tax need to go.
Save it.
All right. I don't have anything else to talk about. So again, let me remind y'all again, register for the Bold Move Now event. Again, it is this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So you only have a couple more days to register. I want to say it's like $60.
Did we put the link up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bold Move Now. Y'all go do it. It's gonna be good. Definitely gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then we played earlier. We're gonna play another one on our way out. But again, y'all go to YouTube. Go to Radiant Records on YouTube. Radiant. And this is what the Christmas music that you're hearing from Walter Ray Hudson. That's where you can find it at. So the video that we opened the show with, and then what we're gonna close the show with. Also, last but not next week is the last live show of the year. You don't want to miss this.
You don't want to miss it.
We about to do something fun. So y'all make sure y'all are here for next week's show. Y'all got anything else? You good?
Have a great week, y'all.
All right,
Have
guys.
a great rest of the week. Be productive.
Have a happy holiday. We'll see y'all next Tuesday.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. May all your dreams come true. Well wishes and great cheer we wish to you next year. Everybody loves a holiday. Children singing in the Christmas place, celebrating the King, giving him praise. The night before, could hardly close my eyes. So excited for the big surprise. Under the tree, wrapped up, waiting for me. Merry Christmas to you. May all your dreams come true. Well wishes and great cheer we wish to you next year. Merry Christmas to you. May all your dreams come true. Well wishes and great cheer we wish to you next year. It is a special time of year when friends and family come from far and near, and when the whole wide world seems so sincere. Children writing down Christmas lists, people shopping, buying Christmas gifts, but we know that love is the greatest gift.
Let's go! Everybody know it's Christmas time. Sleigh bells ring, church bells chime. Mama's cooking and daddy's looking out for extra hours working overtime. I'm so excited I can hardly wait. Grandma's making German chocolate cake. Decoration like the street, feels so good when we're together. Now it's time to eat.
Merry